We're good. Yep, you're fine.
This side or this side?
Right where you're at, perfect. How we hitting them today, Mike?
Okay, not very far, but
Okay.
one of my big problems getting distance.
So you, out of everything I kind of saw in your student evaluation, your self-evaluation, that was the one thing that we were looking to pick up was just a little bit more consistency with solidness of shots, and also trying to get a little bit more distance out of it, right?
A little more distance.
Okay.
That's 20 feet, man. That was 10 feet. 10 feet.
Very nice. Very nice. I think that golf tip has got us just a little bit to the right of that flag. So let's move that. Your target on these shots, what club you use? Pitching wedge? 9-iron. Let's go right towards that yellow flag for me.
On the grip.
Off to the right, just a little bit. That's right.
Yep.
Nope, not close enough. Go long.
One more.
Go long.
Gary, give me the pink ones.
You want the pink? Here's a pink and a yellow. And a yellow. He's out.
Here's something really dumbass. I don't have a name. Don't too much out of it.
You've been what?
I think I've been aiming, trying to hit back here instead of hitting down on the ball. I think that's why I chunk so much. Yeah, well,
That's what
seems to be helping a little bit.
Alright, a little bit better. Alright, so what we're going to talk about, three things with your swing. Pre-swing is ball position, okay? On a lot of the shots that I see you hit, most of the time the ball tends to be towards the front of our stance, okay? Not necessarily too bad, but if it gets too far up in that club, up in your stance, it actually will affect how your club path goes into the ball, okay? I've done kind of some experiments where it's set up as if you're going to hit a shot for me. Okay. Now, if I put this golf ball way up here like that, okay, if you were to take it to the top of your backswing and then try to attempt to hit that golf ball, go ahead and do it. All right. To hit that golf ball, you'd have to go way out here like this and get in that position there to hit the golf ball, and that's over the top and across the line. Vice versa, if you have that golf ball way back in the back of your stance, I've seen it to where it promotes more of a inside path kind of a thing. To be able to hit that shot, you have to drop that club down in behind you and swing in to out to hit that golf ball. So just make sure when you're hitting your shots, once you set up and you get your alignment, that golf ball hasn't traveled too far up in the front of your stance, okay? Because the last shot that you hit, it was relatively straight, but it did have that last little bit of tail to it, and it was just because that club face was a little bit open, and I think it had to do a little bit with the ball position, okay? So in that point right there, if I were to put down just another alignment stick and perpendicular to that line, boy, oh boy, that golf ball for an iron, that's close to where you want it when we're hitting a driver, okay? I would recommend, and don't do it a lot, because ball placement, I think that grip and ball position are things that are really tough to change for guys who have been playing golf for a long, long time. So to make even a change of going to there is a drastic change, okay? But I want you to at least give it a try in your practice sessions to get that golf ball kind of back towards the more of the middle of your stance.
How far next
Yep.
back?
Is that in? Nope. I don't know if that's back yet or not.
Okay. Second, okay, the next thing we're going to talk about, same thing that we talked with Gary Schultz. I saw you making some swings with the orange whip, is the sequence and the timing and the tempo of your golf swing. As you're taking that golf club back, there has to be some distinction between when the backswing finishes and when the downswing starts. The reason Scotty D can hit really, really solid over and over, his timing's really good. Now, his direction may be a little bit off, but he hits solid shots because his timing is good in regards to there is a beginning, a middle, and then an end. Okay? What those shots exactly like you hit right there. You almost got to the point where
Right
we
over
didn't
the top of
finish
it.
the backswing before we started engaging the movements that we use to hit in the downswing. Okay, so what I want you to do is let's just take some practice swings with this. We'll have some rhythm to it. All right, like when we were talking before, is when you swing this thing, you want to feel like you have control of it when you get to the top of your backswing. If you feel like it's swinging you, then that means your timing is off just a little bit. There you go. Now start on the way down. Very good. Good. That little pause is what we're looking for. Take it. Good. Good swing, Mike. Good. One more time. Can you feel the difference?
Yes.
Good. Good. And you and doing something like this, if you get one of these and have it in your bag and you say you're looking for distance, to have guys that are able to hit the ball a long way, you know, they take advantage of their sequencing and the timing on their balls. They're, you know, a guy like, you know, Ricky Fowler who can hit the ball an absolute mile. He's not that big of a guy, but his sequencing and his timing is so perfect. He uses all the muscles that you're supposed to.
Gary can
He
make that
doesn't get that club started really quick from the top. All right, so let's go ahead and let's hit another one. Nice and smooth. Good. All right. And last but not least, I said there were going to be three things. All right. First was ball position. Second was tempo and timing. The third one is going to be about what we refer to as your spine angle. Okay. Spine angle is, and what I can do is I can kind of have a. Is if I am hitting a shot. Whoop,
No.
okay. Let's say if I'm hitting a golf shot, and it may not represent it absolutely perfect. If you want to stand over there, does that blue line kind of represent the same angle that my spine is on in reference to like my hips? Okay, so what I want to do is when I make my golf swing, I want to make sure that this thing stays about in the same position. Yeah, so what happens is if you tend to get too quick, and let's think of this as my spine angle, the club goes back, we get to our backswing, the top of our backswing, but then what happens sometimes is as we start in our downswing, this happens. The club starts to go down, and we start to stand up. And and that's what people will say, oh, you lifted your head or you did something like that. It's not so much I lifted my head, it's actually that the angle at which my spine was at went from a good position to this position. Okay, so you want to feel like is if when you're right in here, have that reference point. That's your pre-swing. That's what you can do to get a gauge. And then as you hit it, and you'll find that you'll hit the ball a little bit more solid. As I get to here, I don't want to go here. I want to go
I know.
and try to maintain that for as long as you can. Now you eventually do come up and out of your spine angle when you hit your shots, but and what you'll find is you're gonna hit the ball first. You're gonna have better contact, all right, and you're gonna get a little bit more distance out of it because you're finally hitting it more in the center of the club face, and it's gonna be much more solid. Okay, make me a divot on this one right after the golf ball. Ball first, and then a nice divot afterwards.
right back.
Try again.
Struggling today. That's why I was looking at that phone call.
Nice and smooth. Let's get that. Let's complete that backswing. Have a nice transition into the downswing. Good, Mike.
Ah, it's good,
That's
Michael.
better. You're getting there. Good.
Pain is better, but she's having stomach issues.
Medicine upsetting her stomach,
Maybe so.
or is it the back of the pain?
It's not the pain now. It's
Good. Really good, Mike. Did you hear the sound on that one? That's what we're looking for. That's really, really good. It was because you maintained that spine angle. You made a nice turn. All right, we completed our backswing, and we made that turn down and through. And because we were maintaining our spine angle, it was easier to keep that club nice and low through the turn. Okay.
Much like since I'm keeping it closer to the center of my stance, it's causing me to bring that hands through a little quicker.
You have to, because you have to kind of release the golf club as it goes through.
Right,
So
I think that'll help me with the distance to them.
good, good. Let me see you hit one more. We always end on the good. Right. out practicing or if you're playing golf and you hit that shot, you can tell yourself that was a result of the spine angle issue. Okay? Didn't have that nice crisp sound. It was a low shot. We didn't make that much of a divot.
All right, thank you.
My pleasure. Absolutely. Thank you.